The city-state of Delton, home of the ancient Colossus, Delton's silent guardian. Life prospered in its shadow, so it slumbered for generations, and peace prevailed. You were there on that fateful day, when discord fell from the sky. A forgotten relic of the Paragons that shook the city's foundations, calling forth the brood. And for the first time in centuries, the Colossus awakened. So began the last days of Delton, and as the city crumbled, you fled.
What's up guys, this is Zach here bringing you a first impressions video for City of Steam Arkadia. Okay, in all honesty, it's really more of a second impressions video for City of Steam. City of Steam, initially published by R², was shut down several weeks ago and the game was relaunched December 4th by its developer, Mechanist Games. This is great news for fans of browser MMOs because City of Steam is an impressive game. It's as impressive as you can possibly get for a browser game. There were a couple of minor changes I noticed right off the bat. It seemed like the presentation had seen a bit of a lift. Things like the beginning loading screen and character creation seemed somewhat different, as did a lot of the newbie quests, but that could have just been my imagination. The biggest difference was the people, and holy crap, the people. My chief criticism of the original incarnation was its lack of a player base. The newly released version has tons of people logging in checking the game out. There's plenty of people around to group up for parties and to socialize with and chat. Now hopefully Mechanist Games keeps the game updated and it can retain its impressive player base. You can also opt to download a microclient if you don't wish to load up your web browser every time you want to play. Either way, throw the game into full screen and it's difficult to remember you're even playing a browser game. I have to admit to forgetting about playing in a browser and attempting to alt-tab out of the game once or twice. Generally speaking though, progression does remain the same. There are quests to complete and dungeons to conquer as players are led from area to area through quest lines. It's all standard fare from a client-based MMO, but it's nice to see a browser game is capable of emulating game mechanics from a more advanced client-based game. Dungeons are scattered throughout the map, but what the game refers to as Paragon dungeons unlock at level 10, allowing players to queue up for the dungeon. Completing the dungeon nets Paragon tokens that can be used to buy gear. Each dungeon provides multiple levels of difficulty. The higher the difficulty, the greater the reward. Starting at level 5, players can run boss gauntlets. Every 5 levels, a new boss is unlocked. PvP comes in two forms, asynchronous and wilderness. Wilderness maps offer PvP content in PvE areas, offering two zones, one strictly devoted to PvE and the other one allowing for PvP combat. Think Ultima Online's Felucia vs Trammel. Asynchronous is more instance-based PvP combat. Now all in all, City of Steam always carried a solid foundation, but it just felt like it could have been so much more. The game really seems like it's in good hands now though. Mechanist Games seems devoted towards making the newly relaunched browser MMO a memorable experience for veterans and new players alike. Head on over to the game's official website to learn more about it, otherwise head on over to MMOattack.com for more MMO gaming news, reviews, and giveaways.